on the ground. This is Leonard Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Brady going to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Brady. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Charles, you talk about this defense, and they're in for a tough test, playing a team working on a 3-game win streak. But their head coach very confident in his guys' chances when he spoke to the media earlier this week.
I'd call him brimming with confidence, and he should be. Because if that's what he needs to do to fire up his guys, he should do so. And he's telling everybody, we've got a locker room full of guys ready to step up. And he's making sure that he believes it so that he hopes that his players will as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Kelsey. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Philly. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd and 9, Brady looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Brady on the right side. This is Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Brady. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that. As soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Brady. To the right side, complete to Miller. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Brady. It's caught. Cooper. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Blankenship's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. So after the INT, it's Brady. Flushed out right. And this one's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes
pushes the lead up to 11.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Eluding the pressure right. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up here at 32. He went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Travis Kelce with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 30 on second down, Brady.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Brady now on first down.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On play action, it's Brady. Flush to his right.
And with the football, nearly a
offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. He's able to find Miller. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Brady now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Brady now to throw. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 24.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw, it's Brady. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Brady. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 5 now. Brady escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Brady. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance. Carrying it firmly, get it the same.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On 1st down, Brady. Forced out to his left. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing now is Brady. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
That catch good for only a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. 2nd and 3 from the 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.